Gabriel Rosado, first I gotta congratulate you on all the success inside the ring, from the Balance Boxing Club to
Thanks,
the real estate, everything, man. What keeps Gabe busy outside? Every time I Google your name, it's something positive. That's not the case with every fighter, you know. You're always doing something outside
man,
the sport.
just staying locked in, man. Right now, it's just staying locked in on this fight. But boxing don't last forever, man. So you gotta set your goals and things, for after boxing. But right now, just having a great time, man. Just having fun.
Yeah, great momentum, amazing knockout over the bully. His name is on mine right now, but it was a great win, man. Some people say that it's your best win today, but I just feel that your best win is yet to come. It could be Munguia, man. How do you stand on that in terms of victories in your career?
Yeah, Beckham was a huge fight because it was a fight where I had to make a statement. It was a fight where I was the underdog. He was praised to be this big top prospect and the next big thing. So, I went into that fight knowing that, I stopped this kid and I went in great fashion, that it would put me in position for this kind of fight. So, we did the job, we did what we had to do. Now we're here. November 13th is going to be sold out at the Honda Center. It's going to be crazy.
November 13th is going to be like your 41st fight, I think, as a professional.
Well, 43 if you count the two BKB fights. Right?
Exactly. You come a very long way, man. You've accomplished so much without having that support system.
The machine
behind you. How do you just reflect back on things without dwelling on it, knowing that Munguia is next and it's a big win for you?
Well, I think what it comes down to is I think that's where the fans gravitate towards me. Where I didn't have the machine behind me, but the fans understood I was putting my heart and everything I can into these fights, right? And I think like a blue collar fighter, right? And the fans relate to that, so I think that's what they respect me. But I think with the momentum that me and Freddie been having, and the way we've been winning, I think now everybody realizes this is a different Gabe Rosado. I'm focused, I'm locked in, and it's gonna be a great fight come November 13th.
That's what you're known, Gabe, for taking the tough fights. The guy that nobody wants to fight, from Gennady Golovkin to Peter Quinlan. All those guys were in their prime when you faced them. Munguia is pretty much in his prime. He's in the same position that he was when you faced those guys. You're more mature. You've had all this experience. How do you approach him, and how do you see him heading into this fight in terms of comparing those, heading into those fights back in your day?
Well, I think the difference is the mindset. I think I went into those fights in the past where, not really understanding not really understanding the moment. You know what I'm saying? Not really understanding how big it was. You know what I'm saying? And maybe taking it for granted. You know what I'm saying? Where now, this is a young man's sport, right? So, in order for me to perform at this level, I have to be locked in mentally and physically, right? But more mentally than anything. So I think that's what's making the difference, is just, changing my mindset and changing my approach on how I'm working, how I'm training. And I think that's what's going to make the difference going into the fight.
And it shows, because you can fight at 168, 160, I think even probably 154 if you wanted to, depending on the magnitude of the fight. But
not 54.
You stay in the gym.
Not no more.
You stay in the gym, though. You're in shape. Talked about your preparation, and it's like boxing. It seems like it's your life. You're a professional.
Yeah. Well, I don't separate life from boxing. It's the same thing. You fight how you live. You box how you live. You know what I'm saying? If whoever you are as a person is going to expose itself in the ring. You know what I'm saying? If you're a coward, it's going to show. If you're a bitch, it's going to show. If you got heart, it's going to show. You know what I'm saying? Because there's nothing like a boxing ring when that pressure is put on you, and let's say you got a cut, or let's say you got a fractured rib, or whatever the case may be. You can't hide from that. You can't call timeout. You gotta rise to the occasion, or you got fold. You're gonna crumble, right? Yeah. So, what I mean? Like I said, I don't separate boxing from life. To me, it's the same thing.
Yeah, you gotta rise to the occasion. Do you think that he's gonna show up too? He's a great young fighter. How do you see him, and how are you preparing for Munguia? What do you expect from him?
Honestly, I'm not really thinking. I know his style. You know what I'm saying? I've seen him for a few years now, so. I have an idea of his style, but I'm not really going into the fight to fight at his pace or his tone. I'm going into the fight where I'm just thinking more about what I got to do to capitalize. know what I'm saying, I think I'm the one that can kind of like set the tone for the fight.
A win over Munguia, what does that do for you? What position does that put you in?
I mean, I think it's, world class championship fight. So it's just a matter of getting the job done. The end goal is to be world champion. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna call out any particular names or anything like that, but that's the goal. Win this fight, get a world title.
Yeah, you're probably one of the most celebrated fighters in the sport of boxing by the fans. You embraced the people's champ, so to speak, without actually winning a world title. Does that still motivate you, or are you satisfied with what you've done in the sport, that you've been accepted as pretty much the people's champ, the number one guy out there that people always love?
No, absolutely, you know what I'm saying? And, I think no one expected me to go this far, you know what I'm saying? But, I did, and I expect myself to go even further. So, the challenge is with me, the challenge is not really Munguia, the challenge is me, putting myself to the test, so that's what it comes down to.
I overheard you saying that you did some sparring, actually your primary sparring partner was David Benavidez. He's also in camp. How's he looking, man? And how is that benefiting you? And then having Freddie Roach in your corner, it looks like you're just getting better with time. You're aging like fine wine. Yeah,
for sure. I think, a fight comes down to your camp, you know what I'm saying? And, Benavidez is a young, hungry champion, definitely bringing out the best in me. So, I didn't take no shortcuts in this fight. I didn't go out there and say, all right, let's get little sparring partners or whatever. I said, let's gut it out, let's do this, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, that a sparring partner like Benavidez, a champion like Benavidez, is only gonna make you step your game up and elevate your game. And I've been doing the same for him. Getting him ready for his fight. We've been helping each other out. So he looks good. I expect him to knock out his opponent and win in great fashion.
Last thing, this is Mexico versus Puerto Rico. How are you approaching this? You got, like you said, you live in LA. You got a lot of love from the Mexican fans. Yeah. But how do you take this rivalry overall?
I don't really even look at it like that. Like, I don't look at it like it's Mexico, Puerto Rico, who's better. Like, I don't look at it like that. I look at it like it's healthy. I think when it comes to boxing fans, Mexicans and Puerto Ricans are probably the biggest fans, the biggest supporters, right? Like, they really, really ride for their fighters. You know what I'm saying? The support and the love is real, But one thing is the fan base is an intelligent fan base, It comes down to, like, they appreciate someone with heart. They appreciate someone that's resilient. They appreciate someone that leaves it all in the ring. So, living in Los Angeles, the Mexican fan base is huge for me, you know what I'm saying? So, I just think it's a healthy rivalry, you know what I mean? But, I don't go into it like, oh, I'm going against Mexico, you know what I mean? I look at it like, yo, this is love. This is what
makes the sport better.
This is the kind of fights that the fans deserve, that is healthy for boxing. You know what I'm saying? Fights like this is what keeps boxing going.
Cool. Appreciate you, Gabe. Good luck. Thank you.
For sure. Thank you.